Most people take their water for granted. Our customers have an expectation that when they turn the taps on, there will be running water there. It's quite a challenge to make sure that that happens 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
Severn Trent are aware how important their work is. The team here are certainly planning long term, making sure the solutions are future-proofed and they will be good for the next 100 years.
As the Victorians have left a legacy for us, we need to leave a legacy for the next generation. Back in the 1850s, Birmingham was an ever-growing city. The Industrial Revolution in Birmingham meant that they required a reliable source of water. There was only wells and small rivers and streams in the area, and the demand at the time was about 15 million gallons of water a day. A gentleman by the name of James Manser came across the Ellen Valley and felt that it was the right place with the right amount of rainfall, construct some dams, store it, and then convey it all the way to Birmingham. Moving water from Wales to the Midlands wasn't a new concept. They'd done it at Lake Vyrnwy to Liverpool, but never on a scale such as this one. A distance of 72 miles with an elevation of only 170 feet between the abstraction point and where it comes out in Birmingham, you know, it was a phenomenal task. It took 12 years to construct the Ellen Valley Aqueduct, and there was 50,000 people went through the books. But with 100 years comes wear and tear. Severn Trent have a responsibility to look after these assets, ensuring that we can still supply that water to Birmingham on a daily basis.
At the moment we're in the Bedford conduit. We're about a third the distance between the Severn Valley Reservoir Complex and the treatment works at Franklin in Birmingham. Generally, the aqueduct is in very good condition. It was obvious that the people that built the aqueduct took a great deal of pride in what they built. Once a year we switch the Severn Valley Aqueduct off so we can carry out inspections. As well as inspection work, we also look to carry out any minor repairs, but we can only interrupt the supply to Birmingham for a 3-day time period. That allows us to do very minor work, but as soon as we get to the stage where we need to do any major work, then we're having to go into very expensive solutions to cure the problem. The section of the conduit that we're in at the moment, as you can see, has got some quite extensive fractures in the roof. There's quite a width to the fracture, and that's been caused by the roof slab starting to fail and fall into the conduit. As the aqueduct gets older, we're aware that we will need to do more maintenance, and we need to create a setup where we can work for much longer time periods and much more cost effectively by taking the aqueduct out for longer. The Victorians did an extremely good job when the aqueduct was built. Currently, the aqueduct's 110 years old. With care and maintenance, there's no reason why it won't easily last 110 years more.
The Victorians left us a fantastic piece of engineering. The aqueduct itself has been in service for well over 100 years, and it's served our customers well with a low-cost source of water from Wales. But in order to maintain that for the next 100 years, we really need to give ourselves the ability to take it offline for extended maintenance periods.
The Birmingham Resilience Project is to develop a totally new alternative water supply from the River Severn, just north of Stourport-on-Severn.
We'll be laying a new pipeline that will start at the Lick Hill pumping station where we abstract water from the River Severn, and we'll lay that pipeline for 25 kilometres into our treatment works at Franklin.
What this alternative supply gives us is the ability to switch off Birmingham's existing water supply that comes via the Elan Valley Aqueduct for much longer periods, around about 30 days, to allow us to do bigger, more involved maintenance activity and keep it running for much, much longer.
I've been in the industry over 25 years and it's the single biggest scheme that I've been involved with. And in fact, it's the biggest scheme that Severn Trent have embarked upon.
Franklin Water Treatment Works serves the entire Greater Birmingham area, population of 1.2 million people.
We get the water here from the Elan Valley. We treat that water and send that water out to our customers in Birmingham.
The new pipeline will come into the west of the Franklin site and will connect into Franklin Reservoir. That water coming into the site will be a different composition to the Welsh water that comes in via the Elan Valley Aqueduct. It'll require quite a bit more treatment. We'll be installing new treatment processes here at Franklin to deal with that.
My team really care about making sure that that water goes out of the right quality. People need that water, they rely on it. The most important thing that we can do is to make sure that it's right going out to our customers. It's them, it's their friends, it's their families, and that's what matters.
The overall goal is to make sure that the water is always there, regardless of what happens.
This is Severn Trent's largest investment to date. We're talking about many tens of millions of pounds over a number of years. That brings with it the weight of responsibility to make sure that every pound is spent wisely, at the same time as making sure we create a future engineering asset that we're proud of, that serves our patch well.
The passion I feel, it filters right through the team. We all believe we've got a great responsibility in ensuring that Birmingham's water supply continues in the future.
Hopefully in 100 years people will look back and say Severn Trent made the right decisions to ensure that we can maintain those supplies to our customers.
People in the future, I'm sure, will look back at this project and realise an opportunity was taken to make this whole system significantly more resilient.
The work that the Victorians did were fantastic pieces of engineering. In the Birmingham Resilience Scheme, I hope that we leave a legacy which is equal in standing to the legacy that left by the Victorians.
I believe this to be an essential investment. I believe it to be core to the success of our region for the future. This is the chance for us to invest in an asset which has served us well for the last 100 years and will now serve us well for the next 100 to come.